Hello everyone and welcome to yet another video. So today is going to be focused on heart openers, hence the name Heart Opening Flow. And when we talk about heart openers, yeah, we think of the front, but it's also in the back, wrapping all the way around all of your ribs. So get ready for lots of flexing frontwards and backwards and lots of back bending. All right, so you don't need any props today, so just get your mat, get ready. I'm gonna go get changed and I will see you in a moment. Cool. Ignore me, really. All right, so welcome back. We're going to get started in a comfortable seated position. First of all, just closing your eyes, focusing on the breath, taking a few deep breaths in. And exhaling. Inhale. And slowly exhale. Letting everything melt away that's not in this room, that's not on this mat. Inhale. Slowly exhale. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Last inhale and exhale. And if your eyes were closed, slowly fluttering them open and starting to walk our hands forward, slowly folding forward, inhaling, straightening through the back, and as we exhale, just slowly starting to fold forward. As you can see, maybe you can't see, I'm on my fingertips right now just so I can have a nice good extension throughout my arms and throughout my back. Inhale, straighten. Exhaling, starting to fold forward. I'll scoot back a little bit for you. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Really starting to pay attention to your back space as you inhale. Feeling your ribs expand side to side. 1 more breath. Slowly start to come up halfway on your inhale. And on your exhale, starting to walk your hands to your left side. This is my left as well. Inhaling, lengthen. Exhaling, fold, and feeling a really nice stretch all along the right side of your body. 2 more breaths. Last inhale and exhale. Inhaling, coming back up, walking your hands to center. Exhaling, walking your hands to the right this time and folding forward. Really reaching. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Feeling that stretch all along the left side of the body now. Two more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Really releasing any tension you may be holding in your neck here as well. Last inhale. And exhale. Inhaling, rising up slightly, walking your hands back to center. And exhale, walking your hands back in. Going to move up a little bit again. Inhaling your hands up overhead. And as you exhale, we're going to twist to the right hand folding behind you, fingers facing behind you. Your hand will be planted just behind your hip. Your left hand will be resting on your right knee. We're not going to be pulling. Inhale, lengthen up through the spine. Exhale, starting to open up and twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist, remembering not to pull in your left hand. Last inhale to lengthen, excuse me. Exhale, twist. Inhaling both hands up to center, and same thing on the other side. Exhaling to your left, left hand fold behind your hip, right hand is coming onto your left knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhaling, twist. Inhale to lengthen. Exhaling, twist. Inhale, one more to lengthen. Exhaling, twist. Inhaling back to center, hands over your head. Exhaling to your heart center. I'm going to adjust this. Okay. And coming over to our hands and knees, finding that strong tabletop position. Again, just like always, if this isn't your first video, hands are strong underneath your shoulders. So your shoulders and your wrists are in alignment. Your knees and your hips are in alignment. And we're pulling into the belly, into the core. Lots of space between your fingers as you push into the ground. Really creating more space in that upper back between those two shoulder blades. Your neck is straight and your gaze is just down in front of you. Couple breaths here. Last inhale. Exhale. On our next inhale, we're going to start our cat-cow flexions. Inhaling, tilting the pelvis upwards, really caving through the lower back, starting to open up through the chest. Exhale, tucking the pelvis under you, curving the back, chin to chest, really pressing strong to that space between the shoulder blades. Two more. Inhale, tilting the pelvis upwards, opening through the chest. Exhaling, tucking the pelvis, arching through the back, tucking your chin into the chest. Last inhaling, coming up into cow, opening through the chest. Exhale, tuck, tuck, tuck into the chin. Inhale, coming back to that tabletop position. Tucking the toes, pressing our hands, maybe doing some adjustments before we're pressing back into downward facing dog. Giving ourselves a little bit of a pedal here. Really strong through your hands. Again, fingers spread wide. Pressing between the index finger and your thumb to ease a little bit of strain from your wrists. And if you need to, you can always give yourself a nice generous bend in the legs so you really get into that space in the hips. I can really feel this more in my back. Oh. Starting to straighten the legs a little bit more. Last inhale. And exhale. On the inhale, we're going to start to bend the knees, looking forward. Exhaling, stepping into the space between our hands and folding. Coming into a nice ragdoll. Gripping either sides of your elbows with opposite hands. Giving yourself a nice sway. You can keep your legs straight, but I encourage you, since this is the beginning, to really give a nice generous bend into your knees again, sending the stretch more into that back space. Your chest is really resting on top of your thighs, which gives you the opportunity to really melt into your breathing, feeling the expansion of your ribs going side to side. Two more breaths here. Last inhale. Exhale, releasing the hands to the mat, straightening your legs. On your next inhale, slowly rolling up to standing. Rolling your shoulders back for 1, 2, 3. Opening your palms to find mountain pose, grounding through the feet all the way up through your legs, your pelvis, your torso, opening through the chest, opening through the heart. On the inhale, rising up through your hands. Exhale, hands to heart center. So this is where, excuse my hair, this is where we're going to begin the sun salutations with a couple of things added in for extra heart openers. Ready? Let's go. Inhaling, hands up to heart center. Exhaling, bending out the elbows, arching through the heart, really opening your chest towards the sky. We're bringing the elbows back and down, really squeezing the shoulder blades together here. Inhaling, hands up together. Exhaling, slowly folding forward, hands through heart center. Inhale, coming up to your flat back. Exhaling, hands down to the mat, and with the right foot, we're going to step back into a low lunge. Remembering the alignment between our feet and our knee. Find your foundation. Inhale, rising up, creating a nice deep stretch in the hip flexor as well as a nice bend in the back. Exhaling, hands down, stepping back into that modified plank. Breathing here, strong through the core, strong through the legs, strong through the arms. Exhale, bending the elbows backwards, flexing the core, slowly starting to lower your chest down. Inhaling to baby cobra. Exhaling down, pushing back to downward facing dog. Inhale, slowly exhale. One more breath. On the next inhale, you're going to look forward. Exhale, stepping the right leg forward this time, lowering the knee to that low lunge, finding your foundation, again, alignment. On the inhale, rising up, lowering your hips down to the ground, creating a nice arch in the back. Exhaling, hands down, bringing your left foot to meet the right and folding forward. Inhaling to your halfway lift. Hands on shins, hands on thighs, hand on the ground. Exhale, folding down. Inhaling, hinging from the hips. Rising up, palms rising together, hands overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhaling, hands to the sky. Exhale, pulling those elbows back and down, shoulder blades together. Really opening through the heart, looking to the sky. Inhaling, hands up overhead. Exhale, slowly, hands through heart center, bowing forward. Inhaling to the halfway lift. Exhale, stepping back with the right, coming into that low lunge. Find your grounding. Inhaling, hands up, overhead, slight back bend. Exhaling, hands down, stepping back into that modified plank. God. Inhale, energy out the top of the chest. Exhale, elbows pointing down to the side, hugging into the chest. Inhaling to baby cobra. Exhaling down, pushing back, making your way into downward facing dog. Reconnecting to your breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, starting to look forward. Exhale, stepping your right leg between your hands, lowering your left knee. Finding your grounding, finding your alignment. On the inhale, starting to rise up, strengthen the legs, sinking in the hips, arching through the heart. Exhaling, hands down, left foot meeting the right, forward fold. Inhaling to your halfway lift. Exhaling, hands down. Inhale, hinging from the hips, sweeping the arms up, overhead, palms to touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. Now we're coming to the very last one. I'm going to pick up the pace a little bit more. Be prepared. It'll be good, it'll be great, it'll be grand. Inhaling, hands up, overhead. Exhaling, bending at the elbows, opening through the heart. Inhaling, hands up, palms together. Exhaling, lowering down, folding forward slowly. Inhale to your halfway lift. Exhaling, hands down, stepping back with the right. Lowering the knee, alignment. Find your ground. Inhaling, hands up, sinking in the hips. Exhaling, hands down, stepping back, modified plank. Find your hands, find your strength. Inhale, energy out the top of the head. Exhale, bending down, hugging to the sides. Inhaling, baby cobra. Exhaling down. Before we move on, move back. That's very cool. We're going to do one more modified cobra. It's great for your back. So we're going to bring our fingertips further out to the sides. We're on top of our fingertips here. Inhaling, arching through the heart. As we exhale, we're going to bring our right shoulder dipping to the ground, cheek towards the ground, looking to the left. Inhaling, center. Exhaling, dipping to the left, looking to the right, left cheek is towards the ground. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, down. One more, inhale, up. Exhaling down, bringing your hands back underneath our shoulders. Exhaling, pushing back up. Making our way back to downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, bend the knees, looking forward, stepping at the place between your hands, and exhale, slowly making our way to finding our sits bones. So we have a couple options here. We can come first into a reverse tabletop. So our feet are on the ground. Our fingertips are pointing the same direction as our feet. Placing my hands behind my hips. Inhale, chest up. Exhale here. Inhale, lifting our hips, coming into a tabletop. Pressing through our hands. I feel a lot in my shoulders here. Rising through our hips. If you want a little bit more, you can walk your feet out straight, coming into a reverse plank. I'm feeling a lot more in my obliques and my core here. 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more breath. Inhale. Exhale, lowering down. Bringing our feet in, rolling over our knees and coming onto our bellies. Bringing our hands to our sides. Palms are facing down. I'm going to keep my head off the ground just because I don't want it to affect my mic, but your forehead can be on the ground here. Just relaxing. On the inhale, making sure our feet are still on the ground. On the inhale, we're going to rise up slightly, like in a cobra. Just making sure we've got some flexion in the back. Exhaling down. Again, inhaling up, maybe a little bit more. Exhaling down, making sure our feet are still on the ground. Inhaling up. Exhaling. Now we can rise the feet off the ground. Raise the feet off the ground. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale, bringing our hands off the ground this time, coming into full locust. Exhale. Inhale. Exhaling everything on the ground. Breath in between. Next inhale, rising up again. Everything. Inhale. Exhale, hold. Inhale, hold. Exhale. You can do it. Inhale. Exhaling everything down. Inhale here. Exhale. Next inhale, start to push your way, coming back up to our knees. Feels good, doesn't it? So our shins are on the ground, feet are, oh my goodness, my feet are pointing backwards. We're coming into a nice camel pose. Now, this is really easy to hurt your back if we haven't been warmed up, or if we try to use the lower back instead of the front of the body and the arch coming from the upper back. So first, placing our palms on the small of our back. Just kind of as a reminder, inhaling our shoulders back. I'm kind of pulling my shoulder blades together here. Inhaling through the heart, just really rising that through the sky. And as I sink back a little bit further, I'm really pressing into that front of my body, strengthening the front of my body here. I'm not using my lower back at all. If you feel a pinch, come out of it just a little bit. Inhale here. Exhale. If you want a little bit more, you can keep your toes tucked, reaching back with the left, reaching back with the right. Again, rising through the front of my body. Exhale. Couple more breaths here. You can release your head if that's comfortable for you. If your hands are on your heels, come out the same way you came in. Inhale, one hand. Exhale, one hand. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, release your feet to the ground, coming forward into a child's pose. And I encourage you to do a classic child's pose here, with your chest falling over the tops of your thighs. Your arms are just relaxed, pointing behind you. Forehead is on the mat. One more breath here. On the next inhale, slowly making your way to sitting back up. Coming to sitting on your sit bones. Feet are reaching out in front of you, feet flexed. Taking our palms, placing them behind our hips. Fingers pointing backwards, and on the inhale, just going to rise up through the chest, eyes slightly looking up. If this isn't comfortable for you, if it's too tight, you can just get a little bend into your knees, just a little bit. As much as you need to comfortably sit up straight, so we don't want to be doing any of this, you know. Inhale, rising through the chest. 2 more breaths. Last inhale and exhale. Roll your shoulders back a couple of times, forwards a couple of times. Inhale, rising up out of the shoulders. Exhale, hinging forward from the hips, and somewhere finding your hands on top of your thighs, on top of your shins, on your feet. We want to make sure that we are not caving in through the back, but extending forward. our chest is lifted and we're hinging from the hips. It doesn't matter how far your head gets to the ground. All that matters is if you feel something good, not bad. So if this is difficult for you again, just give it a little slight bend. That will actually send it more into your back than the back of the legs. So a couple more breaths here. Inhaling, extending through your spine. And as you exhale, start to slightly fold forward. Making sure we're not clenching in the jaw, we're not holding tension in the neck. One more breath here. And on the next inhale, slowly starting to walk your hands up. Scooting yourself to the center of the mat, letting your knees fall open. Our soles of the feet are together. Slowly walking our hands back. Coming into Supta Baddha Konasana, which is a reclined butterfly pose. You know, a couple options here. You can create a little triangle around your pelvis. You can have your hands open towards the side. You can have one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart. It's up to you. Just really slowing everything down. Deepening your breath. Releasing. And your next inhale. Slowly start to extend your legs out to the end of your mat. Your feet are comfortably flopping open. And you're bringing your hands out to your side. Palms down if you want to feel a bit more grounded. Palms up if you want to signify you are open, you are ready. Slowing down your breath, slowing down your thoughts. Letting things go. I encourage you to stay in Shavasana for as long as you like, connecting to your breath, releasing in your body, letting go of any thoughts that come your way. Breathe deeply, release, absorb. I hope you start to feel a little bit more open after today's practice, and I look forward to seeing you again. I'm going to leave you here in your own time. Namaste.